plans he'd take on Justin Gaethje in the octagon. Conor unloaded on Gaethje for Gaethje's September comments when he called Conor a bad human, father, and husband. In one of McGregor's tweets, he said to Gaethje, "I'm going to bleeping butcher you." Yikes, that is one way to put it. Shannon, who wins this fight? Whew.
Well, the thing that we love so much about the UFC, Skip, it's unlike any other sport because when they say anything can happen, anything literally can happen. I mean, we've seen huge upsets in this, and it doesn't take long. It's not like we got to see this thing play out. One clip, and it's over. Skip, look, I love Conor McGregor, and the thing is that Gaethje was an All-American wrestler in college. So the question is he going to try to use what he can, one of his strong suits, which is take Conor to the mat, tire him out, or he's going to try to convince the world I'm just as tough as Conor and try to beat him at his own game, which is standing. You see what Khabib did, Skip, Khabib. He could take Conor down, tire him out, drug him out to the deep, and he drowned him. Is what we've seen with Conor. He starts really, really fast. And then as the rounds wane, he loses some of that steam. So if Gaethje's going to tire him down, going to wrestling him, tire him down, okay, I'm going to take Gaethje. But if he thinks he can just stand, it's like, okay, I'm going to beat Conor at what Conor does well, which is boxing and striking. I don't believe he can, Skip. Now, Gaethje and Khabib have the same manager, Skip. The manager said that you had an opportunity to fight Gaethje in January. You chose to fight Cowboy Cerrone. Now, the issue is, Skip, I didn't see Conor in the octagon long enough to really gauge whether he can fight, say 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds for a championship, because it ended so quick with Cowboy. So I really don't know, and he took such a long time off from when he fought Khabib to when he fought Cowboy. So, Skip, we're talking about one fight, what, 2 years, 2.5 years? So we don't know. Gaethje's been active. I think Conor would probably be the favorite, Skip. I really do. But I don't think it's fair for him to jump right back into the front of the line. But Dana has done this for Conor. Conor take time off, misbehave, and he moves right to the front of the table. So he automatically assumes, Skip, he should continue to move to the front of the table. But I think since the manager that he handles both Khabib and Gaethje, I don't think Conor's going to be able to jump in and get a match before those two guys hook up.
Okay, so let me start by re-emphasizing your point. The man who represents both Gaethje and Khabib says, no way, Jose. These two are going to fight next. And he well could be right. But he doesn't run this organization. Dana White does. And Dana White knows that Conor McGregor is still the biggest draw in UFC. He's the biggest draw in anywhere in any sport, in any pugilistic or sort of contact sport.
He the bell cow.
So to me, yeah, he is. And I told you yesterday, this is just me. The fight I want to see in July is Conor versus Gaethje. And I'm with you. Conor had a chance. He had a choice. And he chose Cowboy because he thought Cowboy, to me, was the easier opponent. He thought he could beat Cowboy. He wasn't sure he could beat Gaethje in his comeback bout. So he said, okay, let me take a little easier path here to get reestablished, to get back on the UFC map post-Mayweather fight. So, look, the reason I love this even more is now we've got this juicy bad blood backstory that started back in September of 2019 when, as Jenny read, Gaethje tweeted, that Conor is a SH you-know-what, husband and father and human. And Conor responded yesterday, you speak on my skills as a father? You are effing dead. Well, good. Let's see it. Let's see them go at it. And Shannon, to your point about Gaethje, the shock to me about Saturday night was he obviously gave Tony Ferguson a textbook boxing lesson. There were no takedowns in the whole fight. There was no grappling, no wrestling, nothing on the ground. Gaethje stood and he exchanged, and he landed shot after shot, textbook counterpunch after counterpunch. I'm talking about fist on bone, fist on cheekbone, fist on eye socket, because he broke his orbital bone. And I was so impressed with Tony Ferguson, the great guts he showed, the pain threshold he showed to withstand so many shots and stay on his feet until the 5th round. And the fight should have been stopped, and it was stopped on time. He was done. But he stood a long time, and he took a lot of abuse, and he showed me a lot. But he was no match, just pure boxing, for Justin Gaethje. So here comes Conor, who obviously prides himself on his pugilistic prowess. He went 10 rounds with Floyd Mayweather Jr., the greatest defensive fighter we've ever seen in any weight class. And he hung in with him, and he did okay, and he was credible. So now he would say, oh, you want to box? I'll box with you. Okay, so who would I favor here? I do believe Conor has a little more knockout power than Justin does, just a little bit more.
Right.
Is he a more skilled pugilist than Gaethje? No, he's not. Does he have a bigger heart, bigger will than Gaethje does? No. Gaethje is as tough as they come. So to me, I would give Conor the edge, but Conor would have to end this fight with a KO blow. And it would have to come sooner than later, maybe end of round 2, early round 3. He would have to catch him one big shot, kaboom, and he would have to go down and stay down. That's how Conor could win this fight. Because to your point, Shannon, by July, he will have been in the octagon one time in 2.5 years. Well, can you go the distance? Can you take that kind of can you exchange like that with Justin Gaethje for 5 rounds? No, I don't think so. Do you have the heart anymore after you made $100 million off Floyd in that fight? Nope, you don't. But could you land one big shot? Yeah, you could do that. You're showman enough. You've got enough it factor to land one big shot and put him down. So I would slightly favor Gaethje and Khabib fight.